Dear career advisors, welcome on board. Welcome to nexplaceinfo Private Limited. Congratulations, you are now partnered with the world's largest HR recruiter freelance network and world's fastest pre-screened resume delivery organization. Nextplace is a global enterprise partner for ICanRefer. ICanRefer is first of its kind global refer and earn marketplace with millions of freelance partners who can influence and refer potential job seekers to companies on this network in exchange for referral commission. Today in this video, you will learn how to register resume in ICanRefer app under Resume Bank. For that, you have to first log into our website, that's www.icanrefer.com, and go to sign in option and enter your partner credentials. After successful sign in the drop-down menu under your name, click on Resume Bank. Tap on New Resume to open resume registration page. Here you can see there are three sections: personal, skill and education, and professional. Under personal, you get an option to attach a CV of the job seeker. You need to click on this. You'll get a small drop-down box. You can either copy paste the resume or you can search from your system and you can upload it. Once you do this, the system will automatically pick up the first name, the last name and email ID and also the mobile number of the candidate automatically. If the candidate has a different number for WhatsApp, you can do this here. You can update it here under WhatsApp mobile number. Now, when you click on alternate number, you get an option to update the alternate number. If the job seeker has an alternate number apart from the primary number which is already updated, you can check with them and please update it here. And if the job seeker doesn't have a mobile number, update the caretaker's number here. Now next, please complete the affirmative action by updating the date of birth of the candidate. You need to update the year, month and the date. And please select the gender. If any job seeker is not comfortable disclosing the gender, you can select not disclosed. Now, next option is to check for duplicate. This has to be done to check if the job seeker profile is already updated in the system by any other freelance recruiter. If not, then the system will allow you to update next sections. Now, you need to enter the status of the job seeker at present. As you can see, there are three options: active, interested later, and inactive. If this job seeker is actively looking for a job, then click on active. Interested later, if the job seeker says they're looking for a job, but they will not be, they need a job and they'll not be interested looking for a job right away. Maybe they can be different reasons. Maybe due to health issues, or maybe they would be serving notice period. You can click on interested later and please select the date. Check with them when can you get back to them. You need to update the month, year and the date. And if the job seeker says they're no more looking for a job, please select inactive. Now the next option is preferred job types. As you can see, full-time regular and full-time contract is already checked by default. If the job seeker is not comfortable working under contract, you can uncheck this. And there are multiple options available here. Please select the type of jobs interested by the job seeker. You can select based on the job seeker choice. Next is a present location. This is where you will be updating the address of the candidate. For this, you have to click on the location finder on the right hand side. Then please take the complete address of the candidate. Once address appears below, then you can select and update it. The next option what you get is preferred location for job search. Please check with the job seeker their preferred location for jobs. Please update preferred area using location finder. and you can select. If the job seeker provides multiple options, then please click on add location here and enter the area name. And even if they're interested in different city or states, somebody says I'm okay working in a different state, maybe Chennai or Mumbai or any other state, you can still go ahead and do it. And if any job seekers is looking for jobs outside the country, you can update it here as well. So here you can add up to 10 preferred locations of job seeker interest. Please note that preferred location of job seeker is very important to locate the jobs in that area. This will help both job seeker and employer for happy working, especially in crowded cities or in case of abroad locations. You can either select a specific area or a location or just point to center of the city on the map and pick up the location here. Now let's move on to next section, that is skill and education. Please note that skill and education section are highly critical. In case you choose wrong skills here or if you skip the skills, then the job seeker will get wrong jobs alerts and that will waste your time and energy. So please pay attention. This is very, very important. So under skill and education, you have an option to update the qualification details. As you can see, there are multiple options available. If the job seeker has completed a degree, this is just an example. You need to click on UG or bachelor's, check with them about the specialization, university, and if they have completed the degree, the percentage, month and year of passing. And you need to click on add. If you have to update more qualification details, for an example, if the job seeker has completed the post-graduation or master's, you can select master's here. Again, specialization, university name, percentage, month and year of passing. Click on add. You can see all the updated details appear below. If you don't find the university name or the college details here under university, you can go ahead and update it. But please make sure you update the right details with the right spelling and with the right uppercase and lowercase. You just have to type in the name of the university and click on enter. The next very important section is the primary skills. So under function, you need to select the type of work of the job seeker. For example, if the job seeker says he or she is a HR in a company or in a BPO, then under function, you have to select human resource. Under skills, you need to check with them what are the skills they're working on. Is it background verification or campus recruitment or onboarding, operation or payroll? If I select payroll, and it will ask you for the roles, that is the designation of the job seeker. It can be executive. As you can see, the multiple options available. Accordingly, you can update it. Now, if the job seeker has experience in other skills, if they have a knowledge about other skills, they have worked on in different skills, then you need to check with them again which area of work do they have the experience. And if it's the same HR, then they say that they were also into payroll or onboarding candidates. So you can click on onboarding. Onboarding will be different set of skill set. And what was the designation? Now, I can give you another example for the better understanding. if the candidate job seeker says, I work in a BPO sector, so under function, you have to select BPO. You need to check with them, is it an international BPO or domestic BPO? And they say that I worked as an executive in the beginning of my career. I worked an executive and I was into customer service. It can be a different options. As you can see, there are multiple options available. Maybe they were working in a non-voice process or international. I'll just select one, voice international. Okay, and if they tell you that I also worked as a team leader in the same function, that's in a BPO, I worked as a team leader. I got promoted. I worked as a team leader for some time. So even the trainer, if they say that I was also a trainer for some time, the skill set is different. So you have to select trainer here and you have to check with them about the roles or the designation. Maybe they become a senior. So accordingly, you have to update the skills here. Now the second section is the secondary skills. Please remember, this is not necessary. This is not mandatory for all the candidates to have a secondary skills. If any job seeker has any kind of exposure in any other area of work, now if they tell you, I finished my graduation and started working as a teacher in any school or a college. So under secondary skills, you have to select as teacher here. As you can see, teaching profession, all the informations are available here in the drop down list. Teaching, education, coaching. And after 6 months, they changed their area of work. They moved into a BPO, international BPO, and worked as a customer care service executive. You need to check with the candidate which will be your primary skill, on what basis which area of work are you looking jobs in. So if they tell you I'm looking for a BPO, but BPO jobs, but I also have an exposure in teaching. So in that case, under secondary skills, you can mention it as teaching. And under teaching, what were they into? And you can update it here. So please remember, this is not mandatory for all the job seekers. There are many job seekers who doesn't have any kind of exposure in any other area of work. Then that is not a problem. If they do have, you can update it here. That will be an added advantage. So the next section is soft skills. So here it's about the personal information. Under soft skill, there are 2 or 3 options which I would like to explain you. You can find differently abled option here. So if you come across any candidate who are differently able, who are deaf or hard of hearing, or has some sort of mental disability or physical disability, or even a vision impairment, you need to check with them and update it here. So under roles, you will get an option to check if it's a total deafness, or is it a partial, or if they can manage with an aid. So these details has to be updated for the differently abled candidates. Now there is another option called physical parameters. So this is applicable for the candidates who are looking for a job in aviation industry, or high-end sales, or the front office. So companies would look for, they need the physical parameter details of the candidates. Only for these kind of candidates, you will ask them about the physical parameters. If they say they have a good height or good fitness, you also need to check with them how good is it. Is it the best or moderate, or is it just good? So other candidates, you can check with them about their hobbies, language skills. As you can see, many options are available. So hobbies, under hobbies, you will have different skill set. It can be listening to music, dancing. You can check all this with all other candidates. Yes. So under industry type, you need to check with them which is the industry they were working in. Now, if somebody says I was a HR in banking, then industry would be banking. Now, if somebody says I was a HR working in a HR, but in a different field, maybe in a BPO. In a BPO company, I was working as a HR. So, under industry type, it would be PPO or KPO or ITI. Now the next option is certification. If the job seeker has done any kind of certified course, then you can find it here. So you can update it. If you don't find the certificate details, certified course details under this section, you can manually type in the course name here. And also, if the job seeker has got any kind of awards or recognition or any kind of comments which has to be updated, that can be done here under keyword section. Now, let's move on to the final section, that is professional. As you can see, it is asking for the present employer details. So you need to check with the job seeker about the current employer or the previous employer name, previous designation or the current designation. Next is the notice period, and next total experience. So here you need to mention the overall work experience of the job seeker, not just the previous or the current employer, the overall work experience. Next is the present salary and what is the expected salary. If any job seeker is not comfortable, if they are not comfortable giving out the expected salary details, you can just leave it to 0 here. The final segment is overall resume rating. As you can see, there are rating from 1 to 5. Now if I give them 5, it would show it's a premium profile. Now how do you rate this? On the right hand side, there is an option, there's a guidelines on how to rate this resume. So you'll get a drop down box which will give you a clear explanation on how to rate it. If it's a 5, you need to give a 5 rating to a fresher or experience working in a global Fortune 100 companies and studied in a premium university. So for those candidates, you give them 5, and for a 4, as you can see, all the information is available here. Once you do this, after completing all the details, updating all the information, you have to click on this checkbox which says, I hereby declare that I have taken permission from the job seeker and captured correct information and validated the CV professionally, and click on submit. If you do this, this resume will go into your account. Now, where will you find the resumes which has been updated by you? When you go to resume search on the left hand side, you can find all the resumes updated by you under resume search. As you can see, all the candidate information will be available. As you can see, there's a name, number, email ID, the status if it's active, interested later or inactive, with the skill set and when was it updated. If you have to make any sort of changes to the updated profiles, then you can go select the profile, click on edit option. It will take you to this registration page where you can make the changes. Now, if the candidate says that he or she is no more looking for a job, you can select inactive here. Or they say at the moment I'm not looking for a job, maybe after 6 months you can select interested later. Or even if they have made any changes to their mobile number or the email ID, you can go ahead and update it here. So that will be available under resume search. Now, we will go to next section, that is jobs and status. Here you can see the details of the company who have posted their requirement, like the company name, what is their requirement, the job title and number of CVs they need. The next option is job alerts. This is where you will know the status of the candidates who have gone for the interview. If they have selected or if they have dropped, all the information will be available under job alerts. So this is about how to update your details of the candidate and check the details. All right. I would also like to bring into your notice that with Nextplace, you can not only earn as a freelancer recruiter, but also there are multiple ways of earning money. Nextplace gives you an opportunity to earn in different verticals of businesses we do, like real estate, business onboarding and product listing. So for more information on all these, please contact your delivery managers. And also if you have any doubts or concern about the training session as well, about how to upload the resume, you can contact your delivery managers. They will help you out further. All right. Thank you so much. Take care.